I just completed 1000 Hell Mephisto runs. It took a very long time, but believe me, you will see why it was totally worth it. I got some loot that I didn't even know was possible to get from Mephisto, and the item with the lowest drop chance that I got has one chance to drop in about 74,000. Try to guess what it is, and let's see right now if you are right. First of all, I will show you my gear very quickly. So I am a level 81 sorceress with Blade of Alibaba, Steel Skull with 44 MF, a rare amulet to help me with mana, Lidless Wall, Skin of the Vapor Magi, Chance Guards with 33 MF, a Naggle Ring with 20 MF, Gold Wrap, another Naggle Ring with 26 MF, and War Traveler with 46 MF. I also have some charms mostly helping me with resists, with a small charm giving me 5 MF. That brings me to a total of 285 MF. As for my build, I'm a generic Blizzard sorceress. Now let's jump into the loot. On run 23, I found a cool low-level necromancer wand, but most importantly, Bartok's Cutthroat. The stats are not perfect, but that's still pretty good for a level 42 assassin nonetheless. 8 runs later, on run 31, things are already getting very interesting. Shaco. My first ever Shaco in Diablo 2 Resurrected. That's a lot better than my current Steel Skull, and the base drop rate from Mephisto is 1 chance in 2035. That brings my total MF to 291. Then on run 36, I find 3 things at once. A unique Dusk Shroud, a unique amulet, and a small charm. The armor is Ormus Robes, pretty cool, but the stats could be a lot better. It has 1 chance to drop out of 2027. The amulet is Nokozan Relic, and the small charm has 4 to 9 cold damage, which is useless. 7 runs later, on run 43, I found a nice little Lem rune. Mephisto has 1 chance out of 6,961 to drop it, so I consider myself lucky. Then on run 94, I found a nice Amazon weapon, Hell Rack. Not the best crossbow and not the best stats, but still a cool little drop. It has a drop rate of 1 in 2,834 runs. 5 runs later, on run 99, I found a pretty cool barbarian weapon, Hellslayer. Not sure if that's a viable endgame weapon and if it's worth a Zod, but the damage is pretty high, and it has a base drop rate of 1 chance in 2,820 runs. Then on run 112, I found a unique amulet, but it was only a Saracen's chance. It rolled 25 on the resists, which is a perfect roll, but it's still a useless amulet. It is pretty rare with 1 chance to drop in 8,228 runs. Also, I dinged just before that run and gained 1 MF from my Alibaba, which brings my MF to 292. On run 138, I found a unique armor and a rare amulet. The unique armor is Skin of the Viper Magi, and I know it's nothing special on Hell Mephisto, but it rolled with perfect resists of 35, which is excellent for a low-level character. The rare amulet is unfortunately pretty bad. Then on run 177, I found a very nice paladin shield, Herald of the Zakarum. It could have rolled better on the enhanced defense, but it's still a pretty cool loot with a drop chance of 1 in 2,828. Only 2 runs later, on run 179, I found another Amazon crossbow, but this time it used to be one of the best weapons in the game back then, Buriza. The enhanced damage could be better, but I'm happy with that crossbow, and it brings back memories. I used to play 20-something years ago in patch 109, and I was destroying everything with that crossbow on my Amazon back then. Also, the name Buriza do Cannon is a romanization of the Japanese pronunciation of Blizzard Cannon. We learn things every day. On run 200, I found another pair of Chance Guards, but this time with perfect magic find of 40. That brings my total MF to 299. Then on run 230, I found a unique Grim Helm, Vampire Gaze. Unfortunately, the stats are pretty bad. It could be a very good mercenary helm otherwise. It has only 1 chance to drop out of 4,501 runs. 5 runs later, on run 235, I found a nice little Co-Rune, and also a Cloud Crack that I don't believe has any use case. Co-Rune has 1 chance to drop in 3,577 runs. Then on run 247, I found a Rainbow Facet. Fortunately, it's cold, but unfortunately, it's pretty low with only 4 to enemy cold resist and 3 to cold skill damage, both out of 5. But it's still better than nothing, and I'm pretty happy with it. The drop rate is 1 chance in 8,776 runs. A few runs after, I decided to put 2 facets in my Alibaba sword. I know it's not the best thing to do, but it will help me farm Mephisto faster. And I have another Alibaba sword anyway that I will use when I will find East runes in the future. Also, I dinged just before that, which brings my total MF to 300. Then on run 269, I found something that I badly needed. My first gate ever. I've never seen that item drop yet in the short time that I've been playing Resurrected. Unfortunately, it only dropped at 24, but it's better than nothing, and it has one chance to drop in 7,679 runs. That brings my total magic find to 324. On run 283, I found a pair of unique battle gauntlets, Lava Gout. The enhanced defense is a pretty bad roll, but it can still be very useful for Amazons. It has a drop rate of 1 in 4,489 runs. Then on run 296, I found a unique armor, Duriel Shell. It is nothing spectacular, but I found it twice in 3 runs, which I thought was interesting. On run 311, I found another unique amulet, but it is only Nokozan Relic again. Then on run 325, I found a pretty cool bone knife, Wizard Spike. I already have one, and believe it or not, but I used it with a resist shield to get through hell to avoid getting one-shotted left and right, especially in Act 4. 4 runs later on run 329, I found another little dagger, gold. I didn't even know that item existed. 100 MF at level 4 is pretty cool, isn't it? It's not that rare, but on Hell Mephisto, it only has a drop rate of 1 in 12,468. I could use it and gain 17 MF, but I thought the 17 MF I would gain was not worth other stuff that I would lose for it, so I kept using my Alibaba. On run 342, I found a unique Etin axe, Rune Master. It has a very high enhanced damage and 5 sockets. I'm honestly not sure what the use case is, but I'm sure there's something to do with this. Then only 3 runs later on run 345, I found an amazing Amazon item, Demon's Arc. It rolled okay on enhanced damage, and it has 10 lifesteal. On my very next run, on run 346, I found an excellent Druid Helm, Jalal's Mane, and it even rolled a 194 enhanced defense out of 200. Then on run 362, I found something very good for me, Fel Rasha Lidless Eye. It didn't roll perfect, but at least it rolled 2 to Cold Mastery. I only need the armor and amulet now. On run 378, I found a unique ring, but it was only a dwarf star. Then, on the very next run, on 379, I found a pretty niche item, Gimmer Shred. It rolled pretty bad on the enhanced damage, but it's still a pretty cool weapon for a throw barbarian. If I find another one, I might make a throw barb just for fun. 6 runs later, on 385, I found my biggest upgrade yet, Scolder's Ire. The enhanced defense could be better, but that doesn't really matter. I'm still getting a ton of magic find. Scolders has a base drop rate of 1 in 4,489 on Hell Mephisto. That brings my total MF to 427. On run 416, I found a very good Amazon item, Titan's Revenge. It has 197 enhanced damage, which is almost perfect, and 7 lifesteal. Unfortunately, it's not F, but I will still take it. Then, 7 runs later, on run 423, I found another rainbow facet, Cold again. Unfortunately, still not perfect with 5 and 3. On run 463, I found a truly amazing item. Yup, this is Eth Guardian Angel. Let's go, Tabaknak. Eth Guardian Angel. When I found this, I couldn't believe it, and I had to check the drop rate immediately. So it has one chance to drop from Mephisto in about 2,861 runs, but only 5% of items are Eth. So to find an Eth Guardian Angel, it's only one chance in about 57,220, which is completely insane. The enhanced defense of 188 could be a bit better, but it doesn't matter. I will definitely use this on my mercenary. It would be perfect now if I could find a Kyra's Guardian soon. 5 runs later on run 468, I found a unique spiderweb sash, Arachnid Mesh. Unfortunately it's Eth, so pretty useless. Then on run 473, I found 2 pretty good uniques at the same time, String of Ears with pretty bad stats, and Jalal's Mane again. 5 runs later on run 478, guess what I find? Yep, Kyra's Guardian, and with almost perfect resist of 69 out of 70. It has a drop chance of only 1 in 2,722 runs. I seriously can't believe I found Eth Guardian Angel and almost perfect Kairos Guardian in only 15 runs. That's unbelievable. My mercenary will say thank you a lot. On run 482, I found a very nice unique amulet, a Mara's Kaleidoscope. It only rolled with 20 all resists, but it's still a pretty cool drop with a drop chance of only 1 in 8,228. Then, 3 runs later on run 485, I found an item that made me feel very nostalgic, lightsaber. I remember when I was like 12 years old, I had 2 lightsabers on my barbarian and I felt like a literal god. It is pretty rare with a drop of only 1 in 3,383 runs. We reached the middle of my 1000 runs and I just want to thank you for watching until now. I've put thousands of hours in that game when I was a kid about 20 years ago. And I'm just starting to play it again, and I'm having so much fun. If you enjoy videos like this, don't hesitate to like and subscribe. I really need subscribers right now. I'm at 350 at the time of uploading this video. I will make more videos like this in the future. I already have a video of 1000 Nightmare Mephisto runs, but I will also make 1000 Nightmare and Hell and Dariel runs, 1000 Pindled Skin runs, and I plan on making a video where I compare different amounts of magic find, 0, 100, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 600 MF. Thanks again, and back to the loot. On run 515, I found a nice Amazon item that I found early in the runs, Hell Rack, but this time it has almost perfect enhanced damage. Then, 3 runs later, on run 518, I found a very good weapon from a mercenary, the Reaper's Toll. I already have it, but this one is better, with 15 lifesteal and 221 enhanced damage. On run 530, I found another rainbow facet, but fire this time, with 5-4. I don't need it, but still a very nice little find. Then on run 560, I found a very good MF item that I already have, Blade of Alibaba. I don't need this item either, but it's always cool to see it drop. On run 575, I found another unique amulet, Atma's Scarab. I'm honestly not sure if that amulet has any use case. It has a drop rate of 1 chance in 8,228 runs. Then 2 runs later on run 577, I found a very nice upgrade for me. Perfect MF War Travelers. Ironically, the enhanced defense rolled minimum, while the MF rolled maximum. But I don't care, it's still an MF upgrade for me. It has a drop chance of only 1 in 4,489 runs, and it brings my total MF to 434. On run 604, I found another very good Amazon item that I already found, Bariza, but this time it rolled with very good stats. Then 4 runs later on run 608, I found very nice war boots, Gold Rider. The enhanced defense could be better, but it's still amazing for melee characters, and the 2 large charms were useless. Again, 4 runs later on run 612, I found another rainbow facet, but this time lightning and with 4-5. Then on run 661, I found another unique ring, but this time it's a Nagel ring with 23 MF. Not very good, but still 3 more MF than my other Nagel ring. That brings my total MF to 437. 3 runs later on run 664, I found my first killer Grand Charm, 1 to defensive auras for Paladin. Then on run 714, I found another unique amulet. It's another Mara's Kaleidoscope, but with 29 resist this time, which is really good. Again, the drop rate for that is 1 in 8,228 runs. On run 732, I found another item that I found before, Gimmer Shred. Again with bad stats, but still, 2 of them would be very good on a throw barbarian, and I might make one in the future just for fun. On run 743, the most rare item I've had in the game yet. The item I said in the intro with a drop chance of 1 in about 74,000. Yep, a Cham rune. I didn't even know Mephisto could drop runes that high. I honestly don't know what to do with this, but I'm still pretty happy to have it just in case, because I will most likely never see it again. Then, 2 runs later on run 745, I found Titan's Revenge again. Still not Eth, unfortunately. Then on the very next run, I found a unique skull cap, Thornhelm. I was about to drop it, then realized that 1 to all skill and 44 MF at level 15 is pretty cool. On run 759, I found another Geed, but this time with only 20 MF, which is the lowest possible roll. Then on run 767, I found another Amazon item that I got before, Demon's Arc, but this time it rolled almost perfect on the enhanced damage. On run 781, I found another unique amulet, High Lord's Wrath. It's a pretty cool amulet with 20 increased attack speed and the only unique amulet in the game that gives Deadly Strike. It has one chance to drop in 8,228 runs from Hell Mephisto. Then on run 808, I found another excellent Amazon item, Thunder God's Vigor, and it rolled with almost perfect enhanced defense. It has a drop rate of 1 in 2,876 runs. Then, 5 runs later, on run 813, I found another unique that I got before, Guardian Angel. It is not F this time, but I'm still very happy with it. On run 826, I found I believe the first Necromancer item of these runs, Homunculus. It didn't roll very high on enhanced defense, but it's still an amazing Necro item with a very high block rate of 72%. I also dinged just before that run, so my total MF is now at 439. Then, 3 runs later on run 829, I found the rarest unique amulet in the game. Can you guess what it is? It's Middle Grid, with a drop rate of 1 in 20,569 runs. The attack rating is not very high, but the defense and resists are very good. I'm not really sure what this could be used for, but I'm sure it's good for something. On run 862, I found another excellent unique that I found before, Kyra's Guardian, but this time with perfect resist, so I now have 2 sets of Guardian Angels and Kyra's Guardians. Then on run 908, I found a unique armor, the Gladiator's Bane. The defense is quite high, but I don't know if there's any use case for that. I still thought it was pretty cool with a drop rate of 1 in 2,722 runs on Hell Mephisto. On run 930, Mephisto dropped 4 uniques, Grave Palm, which I don't need, Goblin Toe, which is pretty cool with the 25% crushing blow, but the highlight of this run, Geed, with 35% MF, which brings my total MF to 450. On run 943, I found a very good mercenary weapon, Hone Sundent, with perfect hand-ends damage. I'm not sure if this weapon with 3 Shale Runes would be better than the Reaper's Toll, but I will try it as soon as I get 3 Shale Runes. Then, 6 runs later on run 949, I found another Shaco. I found it earlier in the runs, but it's always nice to see it drop. On run 963, I found a very good Assassin's Weapon, Jade Talon with 2 skills. Unfortunately, the other stats are pretty bad, but it's still better than nothing. And then 5 runs later on run 968, I found another Nagel Ring with 25 MF, which brings my total MF to 452. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed seeing this video. If you did, please don't hesitate to like and tell me what you think in the comments, and I will be infinitely grateful if you click the subscribe button. I will post more similar content in the future, about 1 video per week. Thank you very much for watching, and happy grinding.